And we're live for live stream 259. And wasn't here at the open, which would have been down here somewhere. Certainly missed a long opportunity on both the NQ and the ES. But it's all hindsight now. And we wait for the next setup. Over on gold. Again, missed long setups over there. Okay. Missed some long setups. Let's have a look at the range. I think the range was pretty healthy today. VIX is only at minus 153. The range on NQ is 231.50 in terms of the high to low range in terms of points. Over on ES it's 56.25. Gold seemed to be attacking the all-time highs and the weekly highs. Pretty close to it right now over here on gold. So certainly a lot of bullish sentiment in the market. Goodness me, there goes gold. Wow, there goes gold. Certainly could have been here a lot earlier. But we'll see now. So we're looking at, let's have a look at the daily chart here on gold. See, there we are going off the new all-time highs. Thing is, I'm looking for shorts on the NQ and ES at the moment. That would have been a really good long over on ES and NQ. Seems I'm about to get a short over on NQ here. Hopefully this isn't a day where we have a grinding rally to the upside. Could be punishing for me. Come on, don't give me a negative bar. Need a positive bar here. Yep, take that. $117.25. 117.25. 196.25. There's some really good longs over on gold. Goodness me. Some really good longs. Oh well. So there is a risk here on NQ that we'll continue to see a rally to the upside. We are above the higher day, but I'm short. We'll see. We will see. At the moment with this strategy I've been using over the past couple of days, the biggest risk to it is a trending market. That will pose the most risk. Gold's breaking out to all-time highs, yet we're seeing buyers over in our friends on NQ and ES. Interesting stuff. Well, it seems that ES is about to give us a short here. Just going to wait for it. There we go. Nice push right there. Also the opportunity to add. Over on friends over at NQ. 131. Come on. There we go. 191.25. $69.50. Huh? Was that right? What was that? $69.50. 181.50. $69.50. Seems our friends over at ES are heading down to target here. Let's go have a look at ES. Okay, I'm pretty close there. Let's see what our friends over at ES want to do. Got as low as 70.50, so that's 4 ticks or 1 point away from target. Let's see if we get picked up here. Keep NQ on the bottom right. Keep an eye on that as well. Okay, we got a short in gold. Let's go short gold. Big risk. Big risk in short in gold. Something at all-time highs. 72.50 is the stop. Let's go make sure we put our stop in gold. Huh? Hold on a second here. What the hell is this about? Hold on. Oh, the contract's rolled over. Fruit Loops. Ah, that sucks. Ah. Okay, so 2.3 from where we are. 102.3. Target filled right there. Target filled on ES. Let's celebrate. We're winning. From our entry at 99. This flipping sucks. How do I find the front month now? What is it? Let's see. I'm gonna have to try and add this to the flipping charts. Hold on. GC. Let's go look in futures. Gold. H. Is it the H contract? Let's add the A. Target filled there on NQ. Let's celebrate. We're winning. Okay, now I've got the right data. Okay, so 72.5. No, what one is up at 100? I need to figure this out. Oh my word, it's the wrong one again. What gold contract is up at 100? This is saying the June contract. Get the June up. June 25. Let's add that. June 25. Let's do the maths quickly here. Let's see. Are you for real? Ah, so the June contract wouldn't even have given me a signal. Fruit Loops. Okay. That means we need to get out. That means we need to get out. Target filled. Yeah, we had to get out of that. Got some issues there. Had to get out. There was no signal. About to get a signal short here on NQ. And DS as well. Short. Short. $193.50. $193.50. 181.25. Oh, looks like I'm going to be stopped out. 181. Looks like I'm going to be stopped out. Do. 118.75. 118.75. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be stopped out here. So I've realized 22, so gonna have a pretty big loss after this. As this market heads up towards that 20,200. Still haven't been given a setup on our friends over at gold. Let's make sure. So the H contract, let's delete that. The J contract. So it should be getting stopped out here pretty soon. Across both. 65.25. Oh, just had a signal to go short on gold. Short on gold. 102.8. 102.8. Battery's low. 94.6. 94.6. About to get about to be stopped out here. Already lost. It's already lost a portion there on NQ. Expect to be stopped out on the rest. Down to only 6. Stopped out there. Minus 13. Still got a pending loss over here on ES. Seems I'm about to get an ad on our friends over at gold. I said before, gold is it's pretty dangerous to be shorting it here at all-time highs. $12 seconds to go. Added to that gold position. 103.3. 103.3. 96.2. 96. 86.2. So we'll keep gold in bottom right here, and we'll get prepared to add to our ES position. Assume we're about to get another entry here. Oh, looks like gold isn't complying. Let's see. Added a short there. Up, should be short on NQ as well. $84. Bring the stop down to 84. And the other stop, the target is at 70.75. 70.75. Right there. NQ 218.75. 218. 218.75. Seems I'm going to be stopped out on gold. Now gold ES in the top right there. And what's the target? 145.50. 145.50. Did say pretty early on that the bane of this strategy would be a trending market, so if the market trends, could be in for a bad day. So let's go back to gold. Let's see what gold is doing. I need everything to sell off here. So where are we? We're up to 2 lots in 2 lots of 25 in ES. Certainly there's an opportunity in our friends over at NQ, provided we don't get to the stop. But we'll see. Seeing a bit more compliance on gold here. Seems to be heading down to 96.2. Maybe the opportunity to celebrate multiple income. We're 96.7, 96.6, 96.4, 96.3, 1 tick away. Can we get it? Can we get it and start to celebrate? Let's see. Does this market want to pay us here? Currently we've realized down 13. Target filled there. On gold. Let's celebrate.
We're winning.
Celebrate that small win there. -4. Still got the 94.6s here. So shorting around this all-time high somehow is working out for me. So we're looking at 70.75, right? Over on ES. Still a fair way to go. Looking at 145.50 on our friends over at NQ. So we're looking at 94.6 bottom right here on our friends over at gold. Let's see if we can go pick that up. We've gone as low as, let's see, 95.2. That's still a fair way away. So it's nothing to celebrate just yet. 94.6, so we need to get through probably 95s. Yeah, getting through 95s will give us some confidence. It's down to 95.2, so that would be what, 6 ticks away. Let's see if we can get this pull back down to that level. Unfortunately, our friends over at ES have other ideas. Let's at least take some of this gold off the table. Well. Wonder what's going to happen here. It seems like this ES in the top right's just not going to work. So close to the stop. Would think we're going to be stopped out over there. We've come close there, down at 95s. Nothing to celebrate. So, close, not close enough. Oh, wow. See, I almost got an ad there on NQ, but it's turned bearish far too quickly there. Okay, so we've seen a bit more buying here in gold. Wow. Okay, seems like we may get a re-entry short on the gold. Okay, we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. If the opportunity presents itself, be ready to take it. Seems an opportunity also to short on the NQ, so gotta just be aware of these two instruments. Hmm. 13 seconds. I'm going to take the short there on NQ. Going to take the short there on our friends over at gold. So 100.5. 100. Oh, hold on a second here. 100.5. Where was the original stop? Was it a 102.8? 102.8. What's this one looking at? 92.9. 92.9. Looking at 206.50 on NQ. 206.50. 149. 149. Wow. Okay. Okay, so realized I'm down 4, so got a lot of risk on the table. These markets could still turn around and stop me out. 0 guarantees of success. There's absolute 0 guarantees of success. We're into the 50s here, 56, 7 points away. There's 0 guarantees that we can get to that 49 or even the 45, 50s. We'll remain patient. So we got down to 51.50 there, 2.5 points. Got down to the 50s. I think we got to the low. Did we get to the low? Got down to 49.25. A single tick away. 1 tick away. Goodness me. 1 tick. Okay, target filled there. Half the positions off. On NQ. Currently up 12. Realized. Seem pretty close here on ES. Let's hope we can go pick up on the ES as well. Take some of that risk off the table. Let's see what we want to do here. Down to the 49, 48s. Got the other target down at 45, 50s. Let's see if we can go get picked up here. Target filled right there on NQ. Let's just celebrate that.
We're winning.
Yeah, so we're up 29, but something tells me it's not going to be all smooth sailing. I can imagine that this gold is going to be a loss. We've started to flatten out. We've had to move down. Let's just get the gold chart up. We've had to move down. We've started to flatten out. So this could just be building a base to go higher. We are trading at all-time highs, so would not be too surprised if that was to happen. Not be too surprised. And also we've got risk on over here at our friends over at ES. We've seen a pretty big move there to the upside, so that seems like it's going to come to stop out. Pretty strong move there. Almost came, took half the contracts off. Strong move up. So hopefully it gets stuffed here and fails at the 80s. And this can come down. This rallies, this comes down, hits target. And then the converse happens. This rallies, this comes down. Interesting stuff. Let's keep an eye on NQ here. Seems like NQ wants to give us another signal to go short. Not my favorite kind of candle, to be honest. There we go. That's what I want to see. I want to see buying. Yeah. Okay. Let's take that. I'll take that. 208.50. 208. 208.50. 124.75. 124. 124.75. Let's see. If we'd have got picked up there at 70.75, we could have looked to add just there to be back in. But prices came all the way down. How close did we get to 70.75? We got down to 71, so 1 tick away. And then we had this rally. There is a possibility of price holding this this 50 period here, using it as a springboard to rally to the upside. Imagine it's something similar over on ES. Again, that 50 period could act as a dynamic level of support and the prices could rally to the upside. But we'll stay patient here. Seeing that base that we talked about on gold build for this move up. Let's see. So we're looking at 124.75. Let's put an alert down there at the 124.75s, just in case the market wants to come down there and pay us. Still got the 70.75 on the books, and the what's that? Still got 65 on the books. Yeah, we've got 65s on the books as well. Yeah, I got the 65s on the books. Seems our friends over at gold are all out of pullbacks. So I'm up 29, but do think that's temporary. Seeing a lot of things I don't like at the moment across both the gold bottom right and ES top right here. We'll see. So we couldn't give back this entire candle, which is what I don't like. If this was a bit of a false move, I'd have liked for the next candle to be pretty bearish, closing near either below where it opened or pretty close to it. Instead, we're seeing it flag a little bit, pull back, higher lows. So we've got higher lows, higher lows, higher lows again. Bit of a pullback. So we could see that break and a move up. It is what it is. May end up giving back some profits. It's the nature of trading. So if we were to get down to target here, we'd certainly think we'd offset this loss over on gold. So that would be about flat between the two. Certainly would like to, if we were to get to target here and get to both targets over here, that'd be pretty good. But that's wildly optimistic at the moment. Markets seem like they want to hit higher over on the ES and the gold, the right hand side of the screen. Seems a stop out over here. Seems nearly inevitable. Let's say there was that risk of the shorting at 4 times highs, even though it's worked out the first time. Maybe the market has other ideas about paying me again at that level. Look at that, we broke new lows. Still couldn't even get down to the 70.75. Clearly greater relative strength in ES today. We'll see. Here we go. So this seems like it's coming for that stop out at the 100s. Problem is this is quite a bit away from its target down here. We've also got these lows which could act as support around the 130s, preventing our target down at the 124.75 being hit. Still having some difficulties getting down to the 70.75s over here on ES and the top right hand side of the screen. So I do have some headwinds ahead of me. So we are at higher day. Okay, interesting. High of day, all-time highs up at 101.3 on our friends over at gold. We've seen a pullback in NQ. Not what we want to see, especially with gold seeming to be going towards the stops here pretty quickly. We'll see. We'll see. Seems like I'm about to get an opportunity to add to the NQ position here. It's not ideal because it's going to bring down my average, but I'm going to follow the rules here. Follow the rules. Thing is a pullback on NQ, rally on ES. ES is a lot closer to its stops than NQ. Let's get ready to take this short here. About 11 seconds to go. Oh, come on. Rally into the close here. So we want to see. Add it to that. Add it to the short there. Looking for 125.75. 125. 125.75. 186.75. Hold on, where's the stop? $186.75. 208.50. Oh, that's in the right place. Yeah, 208.50. That's in the right place. So this is heading towards the stops in the top right here. Our ES. It's not going for me in my favor at the moment. Did say that we could come down to that moving average and find support. So we've tested that 50 period there. We've just had a leg up, had the markets rally, break the highs by a tick or so. Hoping that the sellers that drew us down to that moving average can hang around there and just send this market a bit lower. See if we can go down to that 70.75. Good show of force right there if we can do that. Seeing the bias here. Just below that 3,100. Just hanging around. Just building. Probably going to break out and run to the 108s or something. Let's go have a look at gold. Let's see what gold wants to do here. It's at all times high, so you don't know where it wants to take it. The 3,100. Maybe they really want to punish the highs. Maybe it's just too obvious a level, the 3,100. So maybe they want to go up to, like, say, the 107s. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so we're back down to break even here on ES. Big sell candle there. So sellers around that high were able to drive us down. Now, if they aren't able to hold us down, then we're going to really leg up. Really going to start to leg up. Certainly, if I can get to target here on NQ, would offset any potential losses over on ES due to the volatility and range of NQ. You just never know here. So you've retested at 97.4, where we rallied from to the 99.5s. Seeing buyers again down at 97.4. Let's see. Yeah, just broke those lows there. Okay, let's see. Seeing as our target is below the 95.1s, down at 94.6, that first target. Let's see what this market wants to do. Anything can happen here. All three instruments can rally up towards the stops and stop me out, taking me negative in terms of P&L. Zero guarantees of success. It's going to let it play itself out. In an optimistic ideal world scenario, if we were to get to target on all these instruments, I think we'd be pretty close towards our daily goal of 100. But we'll see. We'll certainly see. I don't think we'll be at the level, but we'll be fairly close. 98 down to 94. So let's go have a look. Let's see what we got on gold. So we got maybe 20. Plus that there. Maybe got 57. What's this over here? It's like what, 67? Maybe. Don't think it will be though. Let's see. Oh, that's far too easy. There's no way the markets are going to allow that to happen. Absolutely no way. No way is it going to be an easy day. There has to be struggle. There has to be difficulty. So let's have a look at the economic calendar. I didn't have a look at the economic calendar coming in. What's the date? Oh, we had GDP 2.4 versus 2.3 forecast. That's interesting. Let's see. See, it looks like we've built a base now. Seems like we've built a base on NQ, and we've built a base over on ES. Seems like we built bases. And usually what happens with bases act as foundations for the next leg. But there's nothing I will be doing. If I get stopped out, so be it. If I get stopped out, so be it. So we got down to 38.75. 13 points away on NQ. And again, how close was that? Like, got down to 71.50. Goodness me. Oh, that's a fairly large amount, actually, thinking about it, for our friends over at ES. 70.75 to 71.50. That's a fair amount. Okay, let's see what these guys want to do here. Did we take out those lows? We didn't even take out the lows down at 95.3s. Came down into the lows around the 95s. Couldn't take them out. Full buy, step back in. The only good thing I could think is it's pulled us further away from this stop. That's the only positive I could see here. Hopefully that means we can pull back here, rally, hopefully get our targets before this turns around in the ideal world and get to its targets, but somehow I don't see that happening. Gonna have to pay the price somewhere along the line. Maybe the price, looks like the price is going to be paid on gold, but we'll see. We'll certainly see. So we got, let's make the adjustments here. 24.75 and 25.75. We've got 70.75 and we've got 65. Okay, so ES seems like it wants to come down to our 70.75. Let's go keep an eye on ES. Come on, ES. Give us something to celebrate. I know 65 is a bit of a reach because we'd have to navigate these lows here around the 67.50s. Hopefully we can go pick up the 70.75. Take some of this risk off the table. Okay, fantastic. We took the target off the took some contracts there off the table on our friends over at ES. What we'll do is we'll just celebrate that win.
We're winning.
So we'll celebrate that win right there. Okay. Seems like we're heading down to target over on our friends over at NQ. Going down to 35. So about less than 10 points away from even the first. Can we get down to 34? Yep, there we go. Less than 10 points to both targets here. Want to see us get down to this 24.75. Pick up all these contracts. Bank about 37. Bring us up to about 69. Plus we've got the move down to possibly target filled right there. Over on NQ, taking us up to 69 as forecast. Let's see, hopefully we can pick up 65 here. 66.25, 5 ticks away over on our friends over at ES. Hopefully our friends can pick us up. 3 ticks away, got down to 65.75. Clear these lows I was a bit concerned about at 67.50. Certainly would like for us to go and pick this up on this move rather than have a pullback here. Got down to 65.50s. Come on. Got down to 65.25, 1 tick away. Target filled right there on ES. Let's celebrate.
We're winning.
So we are up, realized 85. And with that being 85, let's go have a look at gold actually. Yeah, if we were to get to our targets here on gold, yeah, we should have enough to be up over 100. We should have enough. It's a big if though. It's probably asking too much. Should be up over 100 if we can get to our targets here on our friends over at gold. But we'll see. We'll certainly see. Stay patient here. See if we get another setup somewhere along the line. Zero guarantees of success. We could still lose on the gold trade and we'll be further away from our 100k target for the day. Could dig ourselves a bit of a hole and have to get back out. A little gap up there. Not the sort of thing I want to see over there on gold. Yeah, seems the buyers are coming into gold here. Let's zoom in on gold because we're going to be stopped out over here. Fairly certain of it. End up giving back some of these profits. Wow. Okay, so from the 199s, it's got a 100-point decline right there. Seeing a move up on gold here. About to be stopped out, giving back some of the profits. Let's go keep gold on 2 charts. So you're living in hope at the moment. See, there's the all-time highs of day up at the 101.3. Got to stop up at on some of the contracts over at 102.8. We'll see. We'll certainly see. Just can't imagine this isn't going to go in. Because we've pulled back. We've made a higher low. We've tested the highs. Yeah, this should go up. See the lows. We couldn't go lower. Yeah, we should go up. But I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm going to follow the rules. Follow the rules of the old strategy. Non-interference has got me here, so I'm not going to start interfering now. So we're up to 100. Up to 105. We're going to be stopped out here. Should be able to stopped out there. Higher day and all-time high sitting at the 103s. Seems like we're going to go attack it and blast through it here. Definitely seems like that's the case. Somewhat foreshadowed by that decline on the NQ and ES. Let's see, buyers are holding this. Buyers are holding comfortably here. So we're down to, oh wow, we're going to be down into the 70s. Interesting. There we go, through the all-time highs and higher day. Should be just running here up to that stop. Are there going to be a bunch of people taking profit or sellers up there? Nah, that's wishful thinking. This is going higher. This is going higher. $1.8. What's that? That's nearly 5. Oh, take us up to about 90. Pretty close. Take us pretty close to 90. Maybe. Maybe 88 or something. Seeing a continued selling over there on NQ. From those highs into this range here. Imagine some kind of POC will be hanging around in there. Oh well. So let's keep an eye on gold. I do think we're going to be stopped out, but all-time highs, higher day. Who knows? Maybe I'll be fortunate and there'll be some sellers. No, they're not there. See, the buyers being able to reclaim back above the 103s there. The 101.3s. The inability of the sellers to dominate. What's that all-time highs? Who's dominating up there? The only way this is pulling back is profit taking. Actually, where would you have got in actually? If you were, I suppose it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter really, but if you're buying around a VWAP, targeting the higher day, well, the higher day at the time was around 95s, and then we had the 101.3s. So the 101.3s were the higher, was the current higher day after market open. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Well, seeing that continued selling there over on our friends at NQ and ES, seeing continued selling there. So I got out at 124s, and look at this, like 50 points lower. Which I'm not too upset about, because I realized a fair decent amount of profits there. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's see what this market wants to do here. This could just be a pullback to put in a higher low before the leg breaks high up towards, say, at least the 107s. So I'm not reading too much into it. So the profits on the day remains dynamic. I could still give up back. I could still end up giving up all the profits I've had so far. So we got to the 102s. It stops at the 102.8s. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Seems it was about to give me a short entry. My word, look at the selling. Ha! Look at the selling across ES and NQ. Seems I'm about to get a setup short here. Short. 104.2. 104. 104.2. 97.5. 97.5. 97.5. So I did say early on that there is that risk here. Showing out these all-time highs on gold. There is a possibility that the market will trend and punish me for it. We'll see. We'll certainly see. So what's that? 2.5. Let's just say 2. Won't be too bad if we get to target, but it's a big if. Okay. Seems I'm about to get some ES and NQ setups. Let's go keep an eye over there. Let's go keep an eye over there. Oh my word, they've gone into VWAP. Oh my word. Ugh. Goodness me. Oh, come on. Give us a bullish candle. Ah. Okay. I got a setup short on NQ. Didn't get it on ES. Looking for 39.75. 39.75. 114.25. 114. 114.25. Oh my word. I got this set up. I got this set up on ES here. Come on. Okay. So we're looking for 47. So these are less than ideal. And the reason they're less than ideal is because of the VWAP. $63.50. So yeah, the less than ideal setups because of the VWAP. And if we look to the left here, we got these lows. Well, they're down further at 48s. And these lows here. So these lows are a problem. Down at 48s. And the fact that we've sold off so much going into the VWAP. Not ideal. We'll see. So despite these working, the fact that we've got these issues over here on gold, it's not working in our favor at the moment. Oh wow. Down to 49, so 10 points away. How close have we come just there? Not very close. Got down to 49. And the target is at 47, is that right? Hold on. Yeah, 47. 2 points or 8 ticks. 8 ticks is quite a lot on our friends over at 8 ticks or 2 points is quite a lot over our friends at ES. Hoping that push down wasn't the last before it rallies. It seems like the kind of thing that you'd see before it rallies. Dealer would like to take these off. And then if this rallies and this sells off, even better. Even better. Down to the 50s there. Down to the 50s on NQ. Got down to 49.50. 10 points away. Come on. Did say that this 48 is going to be an issue for us. This area came down to the VWAP before we rallied. Did say that this area could be a problem before we rallied. 153 points. Quite a lot of buyers were down there to drive that up that far. We've got a level sitting at the 46s over on ES. Around the 46s. So again, we're into an area where we saw a lot of buying over on ES. So if we go over to the ES chart, if you look over here, you see down at the 45, 75s, around the 46s here. Had price come down. That was the lowest leg. Before we rallied 34 points. So there are a few headwinds ahead of us that could potentially see us be stopped out. Haven't had a rally in a while, so hoping I can get filled here before we get some sort of relief rally. Maybe being too optimistic. May end up giving back quite a bit of P&L here. We'll see. Of course, if we lose across both, we're going to give back a fair amount of P&L. Yeah, there we are. That's what we're talking about. See, that's what we're talking about. That is what we were talking about. Oh, hold on. Add. 44.50. 44.50. 59.25. 59.25. 97.25. 97. Come on. 97.25. 30.25. 30.25. So we did talk about this rally, similar to over there on our friends over at ES. So being in 2 lots of 25 on both these certainly could end up giving back a fair amount of profits. Now if we do get to target on all 3, we are going to be well above our target of 100 for the day. Coming down to 97.5 here on gold. Come on, there we go. 8 contracts remaining. Go pick us up. Target filled there on gold. Gonna celebrate.
We're winning.
So we're up to 81. Let's see if we can pick up the 94.6s here. Wonder what the Switches on gold. That's going to be what, 6? Okay, that's interesting. Zero guarantees of success here. Could still rally and get stopped out across the board. Across the board on ES and NQ, giving back a fair amount of profits. You can see on realized we're up at 92, but we only focus on the realized. Let's see if we can go pick up this 94.6 here. Let's see if we can go pick that up. Hoping that this move down on gold doesn't signal a strong move up here on ES and NQ, because we've got a lot of contracts on going short. I did say about the VWAP and these lows being a concern, but we'll see here. Seems like let's see if this VWAP can act as a resistance if all we do is pull back and retest it, but somehow I doubt that a bit here. So we're above 100, up to 103 unrealized. Let's see what we can do here. Got down to 95.4. Come on, gold. Non-compliance from gold here. What is with gold? Has it reached its limit? Matter of fact, we scroll to the... Oh, I see. Coming to these lows here. And these lows as well. Where we've previously seen buying take us from 95.2s up to the 02s. So, seen a fair bit of buying there. Seems like we're coming down to target. Let's see if we can go clear that level and get to target here. Back above 100. Come on. 953s. There we go. Target filled there on gold. Let's celebrate.
We're winning.
So we're realized 96. Of course, unrealized we're up at 105 there. Question is, you could just flatten now and walk away, or you're going to allow these trades to play themselves out. I'm going to allow them to play themselves out. If it means I give back some profits, then so be it. Who knows? This may prove disastrous for me, but I'm willing to allow the strategy to play itself out. So we're looking for 47 here on our friends over at ES top right. Looking at 39.75, just under 10 points below these lows here on NQ. Also got a level down at 30, which aligns with these lows over here on NQ. So over on ES, let's just see what we've got. So, okay, so we've got the 47s. We've got these lows here that we were able to rally 34 points out of, down at the 45.75s, and we've got a order down at 44.50s. So there are potential headwinds here, but we'll stick with the plan. So we're up to 124. Let's see what this market wants to do. So we're coming in to retest these lows here. Could rally out of these lows and go get stopped out. Similar scenario over here on ES. Could rally out the lows and get stopped out. Let's stick with the plan though. 134 so far unrealized. Realized only 96. Broke the lows. Buyers could step in here. Got down to 46. Sticking with the plan. Let's go down to 46 there. What was that? 7 points away. Like I said, could have a bit of a double bottom, lower low, and rally. So, 0 guarantees of success. Absolute 0. You can see there, unrealized, we're up 130. Still haven't taken out lows there on ES. The lows were sitting around the 49s. Still haven't got down to the 48.75s. So like I said, 0. Oh my word. What was that? Oh my word. I didn't even see that. I was looking at another chart off the screen. We got down to 40.50. So we were 40.50. That's 3 ticks away. We're 3 ticks from filling this target over here. Goodness me. Wow. Okay. Target filled right there. Let's celebrate.
We're winning.
So we're up to 111.912. So, you know what? I'm going to flatten everything. I'm going to flatten everything. I'm not going to allow it to get down to the 30.25s or even that 47 and the 44.50s. I did get to above the realized 111, so that qualifies for the 100k goal. So I'm not going to allow it to get all the way to all the targets because the realized amount was at that target. So we were looking at the let's see, 30.25, 30.20. Oh, let's go. We're looking at 30.25 here. And let's mark it in green. Fly. We're going to say that was a designated target. That was a DT. DT. And over on our friends over at ES, the DT was at 47. We didn't even allow it to get all the way down to it. So we got a DT at 47. DT 47. And copy. And we had one down at 44.50. DT 44.50. Over at NQ. Hold on, where's NQ? We only had the one down at 30.25. 30.25. Fly. So, who knows? Maybe this market will come down and get these designated targets, but I won't be around for it. Let's have a look at our trading performance. Let's see, where's the trading performance tab? Trading performance, here we are. So on the trading performance tab, we're going to generate, there is our, there we are. We can see there, we went positive 22, drew down, 12, well, essentially 13. From there, we had a pretty smooth equity curve here to the upside, all the way up to that 139.74. Over on the summary page, we can see here 171 gains, lost 40, profit factor above 2. This is what I like to see. It's at 4.25. Accuracy 84%. Average winner being smaller than average loser, as would be expected. 0.76. So average winner smaller than the average loser. Largest win, largest loss, roughly about the same. So it's not too bad. Time in the market 13 minutes, almost 14 minutes. Just a bit longer than normal, around that 10-minute mark. That pretty much just covers all of the trading. So if you've watched today, think about liking the video. And with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.
We're winning.